Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Vinyl Talk with Tavis. And I'm Tavis. It's so good to be with you again to share with you some of my vinyl finds over the past few weeks. And I'm just glad to be with you again, and I hope that you're having a wonderful day whenever you're watching this. I appreciate all of you so much for tuning in. First of all, let me start by thanking a dear new friend of mine that I started to become friends with on TikTok. He happened to see some of my videos on YouTube, and then he became my friend on TikTok. And he happens to be from Japan. And he thought that I could use something as a prop for my videos. So watch what he sent me. And here it is. It is my own custom-made Vinyl Talk with Tavis cup. Isn't that marvelous? It sure is. And I thank you so much. That is so cool. It turned out really nice. So you'll see me drinking coffee. I love coffee. Oh. So this will be a great way to wake up in the morning, or this is going to be a great cup to use when I wake up in the morning and drink my coffee. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And also, I'm going to start doing, probably not in every video, but I have come across some wonderful musicians who have become my dear friends on Instagram and TikTok, and they are just phenomenal musicians. And hopefully in the future, we can do some simple collaborations that may even end up in which we actually do full out songs. And I don't know, I just feel something happening. I feel these friendships are developed, and they are really fantastic young people who love jazz music and beyond. And I've already done one collab with a wonderful guy. His name is Javier Jabara. I hope I'm saying it right. It could be Javier Habara. But we did a song called Jeepers Creepers. And I'm just I feel so good about that. I hadn't set my vocals down in a long time. So it felt good to work with him on that and to hear his chords and everything. But hopefully I can talk with him. That'd be so great. And maybe we can have some Zoom interviews or some type of way in which we stream, and I can record our conversation and the interview and talk to them about what they're doing with their lives musically. Maybe they're in college, maybe they are music teachers or aspiring musicians, or maybe flat out musicians right now working hard in what area they're working in. And I have some other great interviews that I'm working on with some renowned artists. I'm trying to get some set up, and I can't wait to get that up and running and uploaded for all of you to see. But this is all about my vinyl. But first, let me go ahead and say this. My mind is rambling. I will be doing a feature in this video about a guy named Jacob Wutsky. A great drummer, so stay tuned for that. You're going to see a little profile about what he does, and hopefully one day we can get together and have an interview as well. But let's talk about some vinyl, okay? So first and foremost, I got this today, okay? This is Barbra Streisand's Release Me 2. I saw this in Target, and I love Barbra Streisand. And so, she had done a Release Me 1, if you will, which is a compilation of her earlier works. She just went in her vault and found some music that was unreleased. I'm like, why come you didn't release that, Barbara? I mean, this is beautiful music. I listened to this today. Phenomenal. Release Me 2 is a compilation album of rare and previously unreleased recordings by this great singer. It's been released on CD and digital formats officially on August 6th, 2021. It's a follow-up to her 2012 compilation, Release Me. So I'm really thrilled about this record. I love every song on here. The songwriters include Burt Bacharach, Hal David, Carole King. She does the song You Light Up My Life. She does the song The Rainbow Connection with Kermit the Frog. And this music was released or recorded like in 1971, through the 70s up until 2014, I believe, a duet with Willie Nelson. So this is great. It's great to own. And I found this in Target, and this is the gray vinyl. It is so cool. Look at that. Had a chance to listen to it on my upgraded turntable. You know, I originally had an AT-LP, an Audio-Technica LP 120X USB, but I upgraded recently to an AT-LP 120X BT. Yeah, an AT-LP 120X BT USB that allows me to use any Bluetooth speaker or Bluetooth headphones to listen to the music. Man, and I set it up today. I think it's a great, great upgrade. And I used American Music Supply to buy it. And it is black, and I love it. It sounds so good. So the question is, what am I going to do with my my gray, the first one that I got, the Audio-Technica LP 120X USB? I plan on taking that to my my mother's house, so when I'm home, I can listen to any music that I buy there in that city and be able to listen to it at home. So I'm going to take that home with some speakers, and I'm going to tell Mom to take good care of it. Maybe she'll listen to some music, I don't know. But I'm going to leave it with my mom. When I go visit, it'll be there. So I'm glad to have this. This is the first album I listened to on that new upgraded turntable. Barbra, thank you so much for... oh, I didn't show you what's on the inside. There's a great photo of her. Yes, there's Barbra in all of her glory. And there's also this, a nice insert talking about the process of the album and going into her vault of unreleased material. Lots of good reading on here. So I love me some Barbra Streisand, an icon. Now I have Roberta Flack. I'm not sure if I showed this, but I'm going to show it again. This is her 1978 release, just called Roberta Flack. I wasn't familiar with this album, and I think the songs that came from this is If I Ever See You Again. That's one of the singles. She does You Are My Everything. She does What a Woman Really Means. This is classic R&B in all of its glory. Roberta Flack is presently, as I'm making this video, she's 85 years old. So she is truly a legend, and I am so glad to have this Atlantic pressing of Roberta Flack. And this was sealed in the place where I found it. I found it at an antique store. So I was really glad to find it there. And yeah, really glad to have Roberta Flack, another Roberta Flack album in my collection. Now, 1979, or in the 70s, we have a wonderful guy who was a very gender-bending artist. Love him so much. I love his falsetto. This is Sylvester This is his double LP live recording called Living Proof. People, when I tell you that I was not expecting to have church when I listened to this, child, I had so much church. I was up. He does You Make Me Feel. You make me feel mighty real. But he does his song Disco Heat. Working on my feet in the disco heat. Dancing through the night. Come on and light shines for me. Again, music makes me dance. 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 But on this live recording, it is so beautiful. It's long. The drums are just the bomb. There's a great piano solo in here. And this album was recorded live at the San Francisco War Memorial Opera House on March 11, 1979. Oh, people, when I tell you that him and the 2 Tons of Fun, oh my God, they rocked. 2 Tons of Fun, also known as the Weather Girls. This album, I got it new from eBay. I had to go ahead and buy it. It was really expensive, but I had to get it. I wanted to get it sealed, and that's exactly what I did. And I am so glad to have this record. Sylvester, he needs to have his own. I wish he had a movie made about his life because, okay, the man was, he dressed in women's clothing. He was a gay man. He didn't care what people thought. He went round and round with his record execs because, you know, they wanted him to be like a Teddy Pendergrass. But no, he's like, no, I just like good music and I want to dress the way I want to. I want to be who I am and I just love to sing. Raised in the church, and you still hear that gospel vibe in what he did. Everything that I have acquired from Sylvester on vinyl has been really good. I love the music that he created. Sadly, he died of AIDS, but I tell you, this album, it shows that it's living proof that the boy could jam. The man had it going on. So if you don't have this, and if you like Sylvester, if you like live recordings, it's awesome. Now, one of the sides is nothing but new studio recordings at the time, but this is so good. This is so good. It's a double LP set. I love Sylvester. Now we have, okay. Now, I ordered this album. I went to an antique store and I found this record from Diana Ross. It's the anthology of Diana. It's a 2-record set again. And when I found the 2-record set, the records were in good shape, but the actual sleeve and the artwork was not in good shape. So I went online searching and searching, and I finally found a sealed copy, but it came from Germany. And the shipping of the album cost more than the actual record itself, but I didn't care. I just took a chance, and this is what it is. It's the Diana Ross anthology. Oh my God. The music is a collection of her music from the 70s and the 80s. I like the fact that it has the actual duet of her and Lionel Richie singing Endless Love. It has the edited version, the shorter version of her song, which I feel is, now that I really think about it, Love Hangover is my favorite Diana Ross song. And it's the short 3 minutes and 50-second version. So wonderful. Got the sweetest hangover. I don't want to get over. This is an album, y'all. This is the one that I got from Germany. The other one, the cover is like all jacked up, But oh man, this is great. And it comes on the fantastic Motown label. Look at that. When I opened this and saw Motown, I just was so happy. I'm so proud of this record. You know, Donna Ross, if you all know me and been around and seen my videos, you know, she is my first celebrity crush. So I cherish this. I cherish it immensely. Okay, let's go on to the hardest working man in show business at the time, Mr. James Brown. Super Bad. I love this record. This is a concert of his. From what year? Let me see. I don't think it tells me the year. Hold on. Just stick with me. Let's see if it's in here somewhere. No, it's not. It don't tell me. Anyway, you can Google it. It's the Superbad album. It's in pink. And you can see that picture of him there. Oh, yeah, it says recorded live, but I don't see the year. I hate when that happens. They don't show the year that the album was created. So you have to go online and find it yourself. But this is a really good album. I mean, any album, well, not all. I think that would be a great video. Albums by artists that really didn't cut the grade. You know what I'm saying? I do have some James Brown albums that I eventually gave away that I felt were just not showcasing him in his better light, if you will. This is pretty good. I'm really proud of that. When he's in concert, he's really off the chain. Think I'll have a drink from my cup. Okay, everybody. I don't think I've even opened this. This is Sister Sledge. And this album came out in, let's see if they had the audacity. Wait, let's see if they had the wherewithal to put the year, 1985. Sister Sledge. What's the album called? When the Boys Meet the Girls. It has a good hit of theirs, which is called Frankie. And I'm not familiar with these. So I do remember Frankie coming out at one point. But I mean, honestly, their We Are Family album and Love Somebody, I've Got to Love Somebody Today. Those two albums really stand out for me being their most incredible work. But I have yet to listen to this. So let's unbox this together. Let's see, do I have a knife? Oh, I do have a little knife. I forgot that I had this. Let's see. Produced by Nile Rodgers. You know, he produced their We Are Family album, which is, to me, just a classic. Oh. But this is When Boys, what's it called again? Pardon me. When the Boys Meet the Girls, okay? And I listened to it on Spotify, and the music reminds me of music that Nile Rodgers had produced for Madonna in her early career on her Like a Virgin album. I kind of hear that flavor. So I could hear Madonna singing some of this music, honestly. So I'm glad to have broadened or widened my Sister Sledge discography in my humble abode. So this is Sister Sledge, When the Boys Meet the Girls. A beautiful, beautiful cover. It is so 80s. So 80s. That big hair. Look at that big hair. Just good music. I don't think I've shown this. Maybe I did. Well, I'll show it again. I have it in the stack. Erykah Badu, Worldwide Underground. I think I've shown this, so I'm going to put this away. But this is a classic. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This is so beautiful. I don't know if I showed this. Man, I forgot. It's been so long since I've been with you all. But I did get the Dr. Dre, the Chronic album, a double LP set. Got it at Borders. I just had to get this because, hey, I mean, when I saw him and all of his great artists, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, when I saw them at the Super Bowl, I was reminded how important his contribution to hip hop in the early 90s. This is in 92. This is a classic. I mean, I can listen to this. This was so phenomenal. Did I show this? You all let me know if you see me show this. I can't remember. But look at that. Look at that herb. It's all about the herb, huh? Man. I remember, kids, listen. So this came out in 1992, and at that time I was just attending college at a university, first time away from home, and I was very religious. And so I would hear all the people play this. I remember washing my car outside the dorm room, and so people were playing this in their dorm, and they had the windows up, and I was like, ugh, those people are going to hell. When I think about how I was back in the day, man, I will say to myself, those people are hell-bound listening to that type of music. Man, I've come a long way. I'm so glad to be where I am today. Yes, I played this loud and proud, and one of my neighbors, he heard me playing it, and I went to my car. I was going someplace, and he was coming into the complex, and he said, "Man, I heard you were bumping Dr. Dre." I'm like, "You heard that?" He's like, "Yeah, man." I said, "Was I playing it too loud?" He said, "No, man. I had to go online and order for myself because I missed having it, and so I went online and I bought it." I'm like, all right. You never know who you're influencing when you play your music. Dr. Dre, The Chronic, a classic. Snoop Dogg, classic. Then I found, look at this, Ike and Tina Turner, Rock Me Baby. Look at this. Found this at an antique store. This came out in, well, it says it's a re-release from 1984. But I'm not sure. I'm not going to edit this, so I'm not sure when this came out. What a wonderful album. It has 6 songs on both sides, a total of 12. Crazy About You, Baby, Too Hot to Hold, Please Love Me, I Smell Trouble, We Need Understanding, Shake a Tail Feather, Rock Me Baby. What a good album this is. It takes you right back to I say this is in the 60s, right? Yeah. Looks like the 60s. You know, Ike's hair is dyed and fried and laid to the side. But this is far from, I'm your private dancer, a dancer for money, do what you want me to do. This is not that. No. So Tina Turner has come a long way. God bless you, Tina. God bless you, Tina. And rest in heavenly peace. Is he in heaven? I don't know. God forgive me. Rest in peace, Mr. Ike Turner. If you had treated Tina right, y'all probably would have still been together today. Yes, I said it. But anyway, why come men like to beat on women? That's just ridiculous. If you love somebody, you don't hurt them. But that's another story. I digress. Then we have Natalie Cole. Inseparable. Inseparable. This has the song. This is her debut album as a solo artist. Honey, when this album came out, she says it. She was high as a kite. She was on some serious drugs when the song This Will Be that came from this record, when this album came out and that song hit the #1 charts, she was high as a kite. She was trying to find drugs, she said. She said, I was stoned out of my head, she said. She was going to the pits of the places that sold drugs. And people knew her. She would say, hey, they would say, hey, Natalie girl, what's going on? She would say, yeah, how y'all doing? Hook me up. And she was taking drugs and whatever, but still riding high on fame and success. But you have to go through to get through. So rest in peace, Natalie Cole. You left a legacy that I'm sure your father, Nat King Cole, is very proud of. Man. But this started it. Her first album, Inseparable. I remember seeing this when I was a boy. My family had this album at the time. And I used to love listening to Inseparable. It has such a church sound, you know. But this will be an everlasting love. This will be. And then I had to get Prince. I had to get this this is not 1999. The Controversy. Oh, dun 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 dun. Controversy. What a great record! Every song on here, every song is so wonderful. I had never listened to the entire album until I got this vinyl the other 2 weeks ago. Oh man. A great reissue. So proud to have this. I remember my uncle, he had the cassette. He would play it nonstop. What great music. Y'all, I tell you, music just makes me so happy. And you know it. You know it does. I want to take this time to feature a gentleman, and his name is Jacob Wutsky. And I got a chance to meet him on Instagram. We become good friends on Instagram. So I want you to watch this wonderful segment that I simply call the Music Spotlight. Jacob Wutsky is a Canadian drummer, composer, band leader, author, and a committed music educator based in Montreal, Canada. In addition to leading his own groups, playing as a sideman in jazz groups around Canada, and teaching private lessons, he also really enjoys practicing with records and posting those practices on his Instagram page. He says it's his favorite way to practice, playing along with classic jazz records and learning the arrangements, the drum grooves, and drum fills along the way. Some might call that transcribing, but he says he's just in love with the music and enjoys learning the language in real time. Let's listen to Jacob Wutsky in action. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, everybody, and thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all so much. And as always, with music and with nice presents from fans, be inspired and stay inspired.